Look, recurring instances freak people out. Call it what you will. You see a carbon copy of a scene or a situation and people think the whole world's coming to an end in their minds. I had a dream. A recurring dream. A deja vu nightmare, if that's what you want to call it. And I wake up. I wake up. How many times you dreamt this? Many times. It's a weird dream, man. That was poetic.
I left you all alone.
Evans at the Mills has passed on.
We have all been saddened by the passing of our presidents. Rest assured that the legacy he left us in Ghana will be upheld.
Important to emerge from the control of other nations.
it is even more important to build one's own nation.
The late president's demise did not make in the headlines of the international news media because he was doing something good in Africa.
He's not somebody who is flamboyant. He's not one of the dictators in Africa. If he was one of the dictators in Africa, I'm sure the whole world would have known, because the world tends to focus on the bad things about Africa and not the good things.
I think that there's often a patronization going on. I mean, you know, the shots of emaciated kids or you know, people with water bottles on their head walking down roads. I mean, those kind of tropes are often used and repurposed in storytelling.
There was nothing, you know, stereotyping. There was nothing outrageous to report, and therefore, that is probably what made Western media not to become interested in what was going on in Ghana.
It wasn't, you know, probably a coup d'etat with, you know, people dying on the street.
Well, you could find sick people, and you could find poor people, and you could find corrupt people in any town, anywhere. There may be more of that in some parts of Africa, but there's also a lot of really progressive things going on, some really creative solutions going on. I think those are the kinds of stories that often don't get attention, because there's a sense that, I think there's a sense that editors have often that people don't care about them.
Rumors, panic in the streets, we're lucky.
But that leads to a very, not necessarily parochial way, but a very narrow-minded way of looking at stories and news value.
We start with an exclusive report on the ongoing violence in the Central African Republic.
The Sheikh says 20 children have died from hunger.
What appeared to be a military coup, saying national institutions had been dissolved.
The price of fighting the drought and famine in East Africa was put at £1 billion by the UN today.
The lack of attention.
The face of starvation.
This is what 1 million people looks like. At the moment, the second largest refugee camp in Africa. Might catch a minute of this on CNN, somewhere between sports and weather.
It is said in my language that every year the fire threatens to destroy the grass, but with every raindrop, the grass sprouts anew. And indeed, many like him will sprout anew with the inspiration that his deeds have left us. So we come today also not just to share our grief with you, but also to ask for your continued prayers, that we will rise up to the task that is before us, because we live not only for the present and the past, but we live for the future.